Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, April 22, 2025. The day feels exciting and upbeat, although it can be tense in moments. There can be quite a bit of restlessness to manage, especially related to getting a job done or dealing with details. Tension is possible surrounding work problems and minor but irritating challenges with your daily affairs. Concentration levels can be low, and it may be a signal that you need a challenge. Try not to expect to see both the details and the bigger picture at once right now. Conversations and exchanges may not be entirely satisfying today, but it's less to do with insincerity or the company you keep and more about not being in sync just for the time being. Be as flexible as possible, and watch for displays of ego if you clash with someone over an opinion. With forward-looking and confident thinking, you can approach domestic matters and routines or work in a new and improved way. Feel the vibes now. Your mind and spirit will be electric today. In fact, you revel in it. Today, as mental Mercury sings within the early degrees of your solar house of romance, he will link in a sextile to powerhouse Pluto, now orbiting in the early degrees of your solar house of communication. If you'd like to ask a favor or even assertively make a demand off a friend, acquaintance, or ex, now is the moment to strike. Your words and thoughts will be well received, so much so that you may chuckle as they obey your commands. Commitments in your personal life may accidentally throw off your work life. Be careful when overbooking yourself when Venus in Pisces sextiles Uranus in Taurus. There might be something that you want to do in your personal life, like visiting with a friend or attending an event. Before you finalize your plans, you should check your work schedule. If you do not, you may accidentally cause more chaos and confusion. Make sure that you have enough time to do everything that you want by staying on top of your professional and personal commitments. Communication is the name of the game, and you take great care of those you love in this regard. It is important to you and also for a healthy balance, that your relationships are reciprocal. Look at your relationships and ask yourself if you are honestly getting as much as you give in certain situations. It is the same with diet and exercise. We need to eat foods that give us energy and exercise to utilize the food we eat. Balance and reciprocity are part of a healthy lifestyle. If you've been thinking of starting or adding to your family, this can be enhanced on this day. You probably have a fairly set idea of what you want in your life when it comes to a partner and family. And if it hasn't happened as fast as you wanted, you may feel frustrated or worried. Take heart, as many people achieve their ideal situation later than they planned. If you have a partner, take the time to talk over your desires, as communication will also be enhanced today. While the sun's departure from a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart and return to your busy work sector is a significant shift, it is unlikely that life will become all work and no play. Partly because the sun is not only leaving behind an army of planets, but just as Mars is spending his first weekend in your sector of adventure, travel, learning and discovery at a friendly aspect to Neptune, something that is powering up the playful, creative and adventurous side of life's fence. However, also because with forces on the job and career fronts also powering up, this is a balancing act that has been going on for some time. While the sun's departure from your romantic sector today is the point in each year when the solar shifts off matters of the heart, rarely does he leave you with so many resources when it comes to keeping the spirit of romance alive. While it is a given that the dwarf planet Aries, the warrior princess of the cosmos, who has been here for over 9 decades, would continue the cause, but for the first time ever, the sun leaves behind Neptune, the planet of hopes and dreams, and he is here for the next 15 years. Aries, today reminds you that presence is power. Your quote of the day: the moment you're in is more important than the one you're chasing. Your color of the day is copper, warm and earthy. Lucky numbers: 1, 8, 20. Grounding yourself will unlock energy you've been scattering. Slow down enough to notice who's really with you. Nature might offer an answer you weren't asking for. Patience is your quiet strength today. Our eyes in the sky. Let's take a moment to pause and breathe together, because the energy coming through for April 22, 2025, carries a sense of grounding and quiet clarity. Whether you're here to reflect, find a message, or simply take a moment for yourself, this reading is meant to speak to you in whatever way you need most. And remember, there's always something valuable in every pull, even if it doesn't immediately make sense. Trust what lands. The first card drawn today is the Knight of Cups. This card often arrives when we're being invited to follow the whispers of our heart, even if the logic isn't all worked out yet. This isn't about rushing towards something blindly, but rather moving in alignment with what feels meaningful. You might find yourself drawn to a creative idea, a connection, or even a dream that's been quietly sitting in the background for a while now. The Knight of Cups is romantic not just in love, but in how he approaches life, seeking beauty, depth, and emotional truth. So maybe today is the day to romanticize your life a little. Play your favorite music while doing the dishes. Light a candle just because. Say what you really mean. Let your heart lead even in small ways. Next, we have the Two of Pentacles, which brings a balancing act into focus. Many of us are juggling more than usual right now: work and personal projects, emotional loads, decisions about the future, and it can feel like a lot to hold. This card reminds you that it's okay to reassess your rhythm. Is there a way to make things a little easier on yourself? Are you saying yes to things that you've outgrown, simply out of habit? Today might be a good time to check in with your priorities and allow some grace if you feel like you're not keeping up. You're doing your best, and sometimes, balance doesn't mean perfect symmetry. It just means you're giving each part of your life enough care without losing yourself in the process. The third card in the spread is the Eight of Wands, which brings in a burst of momentum and forward movement. This card shows up when things start clicking into place more quickly than expected, or when clarity arrives after a period of confusion. You might receive news, experience a shift in energy, or feel suddenly inspired to take action. And when that momentum shows up, trust it. Go with it. Sometimes, we overthink ourselves out of beautiful opportunities simply because they arrive faster than we thought they would. If you've been waiting for a sign to take the next step, this might be it. And remember, you don't need to have everything figured out to begin. Just move with what feels true. Now we come to the Queen of Swords, a figure of wisdom, clarity, and direct communication. She's been through her share of lessons, and she speaks with truth and precision, not to harm, but to liberate. You may be called to say something that's been sitting on your chest, or to set a clear boundary in a way that honors your peace. This isn't about being cold, it's about being clear. And clear is kind. Maybe you've been holding back to keep the peace, or maybe you've been second-guessing your intuition. The Queen is here to remind you, your voice matters. Your thoughts matter. You don't need to soften your truth to make it more palatable. Speak it with compassion, but don't dilute it. And finally, the reading closes with the Ten of Pentacles, a beautiful sign of stability, legacy, and long-term fulfillment. This card speaks to what you're building, not just for today, but for the future. It may show up as a sense of security in your home or finances, support from family or community, or even a moment of recognition that you're part of something bigger than yourself. Even if you're in the early stages of your journey, this card reminds you that you're laying bricks for something lasting. Every step you take now contributes to the larger story. Keep investing your energy where it matters. Keep choosing what feels real and aligned. You're creating something that will not only sustain you but ripple out in ways you may not even see yet. So today, with the Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Ten of Pentacles, we see a story unfolding, one where the heart leads, balance is gently reclaimed, momentum builds, truth is spoken, and a sense of long-term peace begins to form. You're not behind. You're not lost. You're in motion, even if it feels slow. And everything you're experiencing now has a purpose, each part shaping the whole. If any of this resonated with you today, I'd really love to hear what part of this journey you're in. Are you feeling the momentum picking up? Are you learning to trust your voice again? Maybe you're in the balancing act stage trying to stay grounded while everything moves around you. Drop a comment below if you feel called to share your story. It's always amazing how our personal experiences can mirror each other in unexpected ways. No matter what today holds, I hope you carry this message with you. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to choose yourself. You're already doing the work even when it feels invisible. Keep going, and know that you're supported.